Okay. So this is the n8n that I have set up. So what I am planning is there are two options. First, we can uh, see how the AI agent works, how to like set up the basics of an AI agent, and then you can like follow certain tutorials which will be easier to understand because we have understand the basics. And the second option is we create a AI agent from scratch, and then we complete it. So basically it would I assume that it would take 2 sessions. So which one do you prefer? And if you prefer the second one, what use case can we explore in this? Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you, Swarup.
Yeah, so what I'm trying to say is what use case can we explore in today's session? Is there any particular use case that you are trying to automate that we can build today?
Should we go with something basic or
Anything that works for majority of us.
What about social media automations?
Sorry, what about?
Social media automations, like posting multiple social medias.
Okay, that's one. Another.
um, maybe inventory automation? Like, let's say stock levels go down, and then someone has to be told that, hey, the stock levels have gone down in the inventory. So now you've got to replenish it, something like that. And then to replenish it, um, can that be automated? Like an agent going out, purchasing, I mean, basically ordering everything that needs to be refilled in the inventory, something like that. I mean, that's a use case that I was working on. So
Yeah,
Okay.
e-commerce will be better as
That's a
well.
good one.
yeah, that's a good one, isn't it? Yep.
Okay, so inventory management, basically, which would there will be a tracker sheet which will have all the inventory list, and if you are updating some of the inventory list, which will automatically update the customers on the mail. Can we do this one?
Um, I mean, can we also go ahead and kind of build it in a way like, um, the agent goes ahead and orders stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, if we can do that, I think. Uh, uh,
How
just
do
my
you
opinion.
connect it to the supplier?
I think we
Basically, we have
can,
to check if the API is available for that. Then we can do this. Yeah.
or maybe I was just thinking, maybe we can have the list of contacts stored somewhere locally, and then it can,
Ah, good.
yeah,
Manually sync.
yeah, based on what's missing in the inventory, maybe it can look for the right contact and then reach out to them and say that, hey, these are the quantities that I need to fill in my inventory, something like that.
Okay.
But I would always want a manual step in between, maybe like an inventory manager sending in an approval before the agent starts reaching out to our contacts, something like that.
Uh, okay. So let's define a use case. So we are building inventory management, which would have the which would basically get the information, checks the information, then update, basically contact the person if the info is missing.
Um, I would, I mean, since we're specifically talking about inventory, I would kind of replace the word information with stock.
Okay.
Yeah, stock levels.
Okay.
Were you thinking
Also,
like doing it in a level way, like it tell you before it runs out and then tell you again when it actually runs out?
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
okay. So update the customers if the uh, stocks if the item is out of stocks. Yeah.
Yeah, yep.
Great. Uh, so today we will learn about like the basics of building an AI agent. We will see if we can implement few of these features, and then we can uh, go forward and build the front end with Google Gemini, which recently got launched, and then we
Gemini
will
3.
build this
Okay.
as an entire app. Yeah.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay. So also make sure that you have n8n installed, because like if you have to follow this session, then you have to set up the n8n locally either or on your cloud. So first we will try it locally inside n8n by accepting a form response. So the first step is always a trigger on where will we get the information. Either we can trigger it manually if we are testing it inside n8n, or each workflow start with a trigger. So we are starting this trigger with a form where we will fill out the information, and we will just quickly set up a form. So first element that we are adding here is name. Yes, Varun.
Um, so I'm just thinking, if we use a form trigger over here, like an on-form submission, will we be able to monitor stock levels? Because if we're talking specifically about inventory,
Hmm.
it's like the data is already present somewhere. It's stored. Maybe let's say an SAP, or maybe something like a spreadsheet. It's already there. So if we're
Yes.
trying to use an on-form submission, then would, I don't know how to connect the dots over here.
Yeah, so basically, if you think about the inventory management, right? First, the user has to fill out the stock information, right?
Hmm.
Then it will be get populated inside the Google Sheets.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. Okay.
Yeah, maybe we can do it like we can set up mock information inside Google Sheets, and we can also explore that use case.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. But,
Which kind of inventory system you have in mind?
So it's the e-commerce that we are trying to build, right?
Yeah, but I mean like WooCommerce store, like a Shopify store, like another kind of inventory system.
Yeah, so the backend would be the same for if you think about B2B inventory management, it will be all the same. The backend will be same. Only the few uh, fields will be added. That's all. So here I have created a form where we are accepting the name as text, items as text, the cost, and the email, and also the stock level.
hmm. Yeah. Um. would- Can we maybe name that as quantity instead of stock level?
Yeah.
Because if we're talking about specific items, let's say a laptop or maybe clothes, then I think we need to differentiate what the item is and then what is the quantity that's available. And then maybe set a threshold of, okay, what's the minimum required quantity? If it hits this level, then
Hmm.
we're going to probably, that is when the trigger can be initiated.
Yeah, sure. So first we'll see if we are able to get the details. So whatever information we have filled inside the form, we are able to get it in the output. Now we need to store this information in the Google Sheets. We can also do it in the native tables that we have in n8n, but for now we will do it in Google Sheets. Here I have already connected my Google Sheets account. For some reason we are not able to connect to the Google Sheets. No worries. So instead of Google Sheets, we can try the tables.
Can we
Yeah.
couldn't hear you there, Swaroop.
Sorry. Hello. Hello.
I don't know if it's just me, but I'm not able.
Yeah, I think it's just getting dropped.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, it's true. It's stuck. It's frozen.
Hello. Hello. Am I audible?
Now you are. Yeah.
Okay. So sorry. My internet was kind of unstable.
No worries. Don't apologize. It's okay.
Yeah. So we were trying to log into Sheets. So my Sheets was not. I was not able to log in with Sheets. So I was trying it with the data tables, but now it's working. So we can go forward with Google Sheets. I guess there's some issue with the Google Sheets. It's just not loading.
Can we not try and use an existing sheet instead of creating a new one? Maybe that works.
So the thing is, the account that I have connected to this is like another account, and I am not able to switch the account.
Okay.
But anyways, uh, we will use the data tables. So data tables is like inbuilt inside n8n, and which you can use as a replacement of sheets. So here we will add all of the columns that we need and that we are taking from here, and we need to store it in the data tables. So first we have name, then items, then we have the cost, then quantity. And then we have email. I guess email is already there, yes. And in the insert row, we will choose this table, and whatever information that we have got in the output, the same information we will get in the input of the next node. So in the previous form, as we remember that we have fill out this details. So to dynamically add these details, we need to just drag and drop the JSON from here. And if we try to execute this step, now if we see when we fill the form, we are able to see the information in the data tables. Now we basically need a AI agent node, which would basically analyze the quantity of the tables quantity of the stocks that we have, and if the quantity is less than maybe one, then it would send the email on the contact details that we have. So if we see the uh, data table, it would take the email from the data table and use the Gmail node to basically send the email to update regarding the stock. So in the tools is basically we give the power to the AI node to use some functions of that tool. So if we choose Gmail tool, so this is the tool. This we will get it from the data table that we have. So let the AI
So
choose.
apologies for interrupting you, but just a question.
Yeah,
So I was thinking, if we let the whole process be, maybe I was thinking, can we add a trigger where an email is first sent instead of our contact to, let's say, an inventory manager who controls the whole inventory, and then it's basically like sending out a report to the guy, and then if he says yes, I need this to be replenished, then can we have the agent contact reach out to our contacts and all of that
so what you are saying
before.
is when the information is being filled, then
Yeah.
it would contact the email that the information is being filled, and then we are analyzing it with the AI agent.
Um, no, I would say more like, let's say, um, insert row, right? We've got the data table over there.
Yeah.
And then once we have we have the data in, maybe we can set up a small node where, okay, um, can we monitor the stock levels? And if the stock level drops below like a certain threshold, then that notification is first sent to the inventory manager, asking him if he wants these items to be replenished. Maybe over there he can have an option to be like, okay, I want the clothes to be replenished, but I don't want the laptops to be, because we don't have any laptops. In the future probably we won't need it. So, and then it'll, the agent can reach out to, okay, these are the contacts for replenishing the clothes. So,
Hmm.
something like that. I mean, I'm saying this because um, it's a current use case that I'm working on.
Okay.
And based on my understanding of how inventory works and how, stock levels are managed, there's
Yeah.
always a person who, we can't just order stuff just because it goes below a threshold. Sometimes we would want it, sometimes we wouldn't.
Okay. Okay. Understood.
Yeah.
Uh, so what we can do is we can set up another trigger, which is the schedule trigger. So it basically runs in between time intervals. So if we want to monitor after every 10 minutes, then we would schedule a
Okay, that
trigger,
sounds good.
and then we can connect the AI node. So basically every 10 minutes it would analyze, call the AI agent, and it would basically analyze the stock levels, and then if the stock levels are less, we can send the message.
Yeah.
So in the tools we also need to have a data table where we are storing the our data, where we are getting the information.
I think this guy got blocked.
Hello, yeah, sorry. So now we have set up all the tools where in the data tables we have set up the get, where the AI would get the information from, and then we have also set up a Gmail node which will help the AI agent to call uh, the to send the message to the vendors, right? and then we also need a chat model. For now we will use Gemini. Yes.
Yeah. uh, Again, going back to my point earlier, maybe can we add an option where if only the inventory manager wants certain items to be ordered, only then it can be ordered before the agent directly reaches out to our contacts.
Sorry, I didn't quite get that.
So let's say, Swaroop, you're the inventory manager who's
Yeah.
managing a stock room. Now, um, everything is automated within your stock room. So
Right.
there's an agent which monitors the information that is being sent into a database, let's say an SQL or SAP or something. Now, we understand that stock levels have gone down.
Yeah.
The agent will pick that up and then reach out to you and then say like, hey Swaroop, these are these are the stock levels which need to be replenished. These are they're below the threshold, so do you want them to be replenished? And then if you say yes, and then you get to choose over there. Yes, I want the
Okay.
laptops. Yes, I want the iPhones. Yes, I want these. And then if you say no, there's no mail, there's no reaching out to our contacts. Only if you say yes, and only for everything, maybe specific stuff, only then it reaches out to those specific contacts. Can we set up something like that?
Yeah, sure. So we can set up a Telegram channel. So basically, all the notifications would be sent to that Telegram channel, and only if you send a message as yes, then it would go further and send the notifications to all of the vendors to refill the stocks.
Yeah, that sounds good. Can we can we not set up a mailing system instead of Telegram? Because I understand that Telegram API will need to be used over here.
Yeah, we can use Gmail. So here, yeah. So here I have put my name, and here. So here I have two mails. This mail sends the email to my Gmail, which basically asks for confirmation, and then only we have the confirmation, then it would send the another mail to the vendors. So here we also need a trigger. Send a message and wait for reply. And then if we send the response, then we can run the AI agent again, and we don't need this right now. So whenever the stock items are the stock levels are less, then it would send a message and wait for reply. And only when we send the response, then it would again go to the AI agent and send the message. So now here in the entire workflow, the main thing that remains is the prompt that we give to this AI agent. So there are two types of prompt. First is the user message, that is the message that we send, and then there is a system message. So system message, you can think of system message as a guideline that we are sending to the AI, and based on the guideline, it would act accordingly. So we would quickly go to ChatGPT and we will ask the ChatGPT to generate a. So the now ChatGPT would give us the system prompt that needs to be given to the AI agent. And here ChatGPT has given us the threshold that we can set. For now, we will set the threshold maybe as 5. Now let's see by executing uh, the workflow. Okay, now it seems that we should have gotten the message in our Gmail. Uh, so here, uh, so here we have set up the approval, and only if we approve, it should analyze the AI agent and it should send us the message. now
Amazing
we'll
stuff.
yeah, and now we will see in the another email if we have got the email. For some reason there are two this thing emails, but we will resolve that in a few seconds. Hello, there are t-shirts currently too. Okay, we can anytime adjust this message in the prompt because this is like the default message that the chat gpt has given us. T-shirts is a little bit to understand because all of whatever details we have built is all t-shirts. So now we will try some another item so to make sure it actually works. XYZ, let's put it at XYZ items as one, no, items as uh, jeans 200 email.
Sorry, Charlotte.
Yeah,
I missed a part. What are you using the Gemini AI in the workflow? What is it doing?
sorry.
In your workflow, you have Gemini AI, right?
Yes,
What
yes.
what is it doing in the workflow?
So for the AI agent to work right, there should be some brain. Brain is basically the LLM that would analyze this entire thing, right? So the Gemini is basically the brain that I'm giving to the AI agent. You can put multiple LLMs that we have the option here. You can put ChatGPT. You can put
Can you
Anthropic
tell me the
Claudes.
prompt again you used for it? The prompt you used for it? Can you show it to me again, please? Sorry.
Okay, so you want to see the prompt.
Yeah.
Okay, so I basically go to ChatGPT and tell it to see the this is the prompt I put to ChatGPT to generate another prompt for our AI agent.
All right. So you're not like doing like how to say like a
Prompt engineering.
conditional logic. You're not doing like if less than three, then do this. You're using the AI to analyze the input and just spit out an output, right?
Yes, yes.
Get it.
So we can do another session on prompt engineering, but if I teach engineering in this session, then it would take another half an hour, and we won't be able to do it in this session, right? So that's why I use ChatGPT to generate the prompt, so we can do it much more faster way.
So you usually do that, like make a use the AI as the brain to check your logic instead of actually hard coding the logic into the workflow.
Yeah, most of the times ChatGPT gives like good prompt that we can actually use it in our workflow.
Doesn't that like give you a little risk of failure?
Yeah, I mean now we don't have actually the time to read this entire prompt, but usually I read all the prompt that the ChatGPT has written, and then if I think that this has some problem with the workflow that I am using, that I then I just remove that section.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking that that what you're doing there is, I mean, is quick and easy to set up a complex logic and have the AI to do your logic checking.
Yeah.
But I'm afraid like if you sell that to a customer, like a big customer,
Yeah.
You cannot make sure that 100% of the time it will not hallucinate.
Yeah, so
So
we have the
wouldn't it be better
parameters.
to translate that into actual logic?
So I'll tell you. So this is the first iteration that we are building the workflow for, right? So this is just, we did it in like 15-20 minutes. Yeah. But we actually need to refine the prompt multiple times, that will make sure that our entire workflows run successfully. Then we do it for the client. Am I making sense here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll just quickly see if, yeah. So we have got the message for the genes. So that means our workflow is working. So in the next session, so before we do the next session, right, I would recommend that you go on YouTube, and I will update the Notion link with the playlist, right? So with this n8n workflow, you try to build your own workflow, as well as try to like implement other workflows that are available on YouTube, to make sure that we are able to build the workflow from scratch, right? And in the next session we will try to implement the front end for it, where whatever we are doing with the form, we'll be able to do it with some sort of web application. By the way, do we have any doubts in the overall session that we did?
None for me, Swaroop, but I'd say amazing stuff you did there.
So
Yeah.
if you only had a minute, can I show you something and tell me if you what you think? Like, I'll send you a link on the chat. Because
So do you want,
when you were showing,
okay, this is the link.
um, yeah, I had an idea and I quickly did it in Gemini 3.
Hmm.
Um, just continue. Like if you describe like I don't know, get the check the like what you just did, like check the inventory from my WooCommerce or for whatever and do something, and then it
Okay.
outputs the JSON file. I just tried and it looks okay, but
Hmm.
since I haven't done it, I would like you to check it.
Okay. So
Like,
let's try
I can
this.
check.
Let's try this workflow that we did here, right?
Yeah,
Build an.
or even you can take a picture. I put it like you could take a picture and just put it there, but you can describe it.
Okay. Okay. So there is also uh,
Pictures, yeah.
picture. Okay.
Yeah, because yours is a little complex, but I put it like, I don't know, check my WooCommerce inventory and then send me an email. And it outputted the workflow and the instructions for me to
So let's do it
fill
step
that
by step,
out.
right? First, we will
Yeah,
like do it with just simple text prompt. Then we can
yeah, okay, great.
put the image, and then we can do it. Yes, Aman.
Hi, Swaroop. I just also want to say that uh, it would be a great help if you can guide some YouTube playlists,
Yeah.
which can be helpful for a very beginner level to get installed with n8n and start doing whatever you're doing here, like building some workflows.
Okay. So today we have pretty much learned the basics of building an AI agent, right? So what I'll do is I'll create a playlist of like 5 to 6 YouTube tutorials, which has this basic things implemented in it, like not very advanced AI agents. So you can like learn step by step.
Sorted. Thanks, yeah.
Yeah.
You takes a second.
Sorry.
No, I'm just telling you, just takes a second.
Okay.
You can download the file directly in the. Oh, well.
Here the problem of the operation is like we have the get operation, but here it has written get all. But it's very easy to fix. Anyways, here we can
Yeah, I mean, maybe
choose.
it doesn't give it to you 100% ready,
Yeah.
or maybe if you print it better, it could do it right.
Yeah, so I'll give you some feedbacks that I can tell. So this is, I guess, in the backend using Gemini 2.5 Flash, right?
Yeah.
And because it is made on this Google AI Studio, so you are
Hmm.
bound to use their AI models, I assume.
Yeah.
But for this purpose, if you go to Claude, Claude honestly gives you better results in terms of the JSON file.
Okay.
We can try it right now. Uh, it's just
Yeah,
I
like the
don't.
same. Have you tried that before? Like just asking the JSON file directly to the LLM to to give you a workflow.
1 second. Sorry.
Have you tried before doing that? Like asking ChatGPT or Claude to give you the JSON file for your automation?
Yes, but most of yes, I have tried all of the three LLMs, ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini. Claude by far gives you the most accurate notes, and Gemini and ChatGPT does not do it at all.
Yeah. Well, you gotta try the Gemini 3. Supposed to be better than the all the others now.
Yeah, I have to try Gemini 3 for this purpose exactly. Maybe Gemini 3 does it better because it's all over the internet that it's very accurate in terms of all the things. So I will see if Gemini 3 is able to do it in much more better accuracy, and I'll update you guys if I
Okay.
get any insights. Do we have any more doubts? Do we have any doubts related to this
No.
session or in n8n?
None at the moment. Thank you.
Okay. If there are any doubts, you can always post it in our WhatsApp community, and then I will try to help. Or in general, anyone can try to help you with your doubts. For now, I will just quickly save this workflow, and we can continue this in the next session. I will also stop recording.